Good morning.
Hello.
Oh,
Just wait for just wait for everybody to come in, and then we'll start the class. Okay.
sure.
Okay.
What's
Yeah, this is the second week or third week?
third week?
Third week, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is first of.
Hindi kakasama mo. Hindi kakasama. Hindi kakasama.
No, this voice. Why don't it's beautiful? Oh.
Just wait for another 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. Okay, give me 5 minutes. I'll be back. So let keep everybody coming. So let's see. Okay, everybody okay? Everybody fine?
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Right, so what I am going to do is today is we'll go and do more After Effects, learn and understand how After Effects works, and we'll do some lesson in the first half of the class, and then the second half of the class maybe we can actually talk about your project, and I will show you some examples of what other people are working so far. I don't know, I was like basically recording all their lessons and then we can go through. Okay. I wanted to share you this. A sec. I haven't up. I mean, I was busy with this week because I'm doing some other stuff, and I didn't upload the videos for last week, and I haven't replied to some of the emails yet. So we will go through with them today. Okay? So is everybody can see this document? This document is not even updated into your canvas yet. Okay, I think. Oh, no, you have it. You have it. Did you have a chance to read this?
Yeah, we can see it. Yeah.
Okay. Did you have a chance to read the document? If you had a chance to read it, yes. Or no?
No, I haven't had the chance to read it just
Okay,
yet.
no problem. So if I go scroll down to the bottom of the document, there is like week by week task list here. So that's what we need to be focusing on. For example, this module goes to two terms basically. Okay, so the first term is we're going to be discussing ideas and exploring different avenues how to produce the project, to work on the project, and also learning different techniques on animation in After Effects and Adobe Animate plus Illustrator. And then the second term we're going to be working on individual project animation. See this, just ignore these dates because I have to change the dates. I think we are in third week, so we got a lot more to cover because we haven't done this stuff yet. We did work with text animation, and we did the keyframe animation, and we haven't done the mask. We haven't done that exercise either. Okay. So okay, let me actually show you the one of the project I'm working on, and can you see this After Effects project?
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually you can see there are so many compositions here, and the certain stuff were imported from Adobe Illustrator, and see these are compositions. We talked about compositions last week, right? Can anybody remember this? Composition.
Yes.
We can change the color of the background of the composition. We can change the size of the composition. We can create many compositions. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close all this, and I'm going to show you this animation, which I did. Okay. Ready?
Ready?
The government has set out 5 tests that must be met before we begin to adjust social distancing measures. One of the most important tests is the rate of infection. We have to make sure this is decreasing. All viruses, like normal flu, have a rate of infection.
Oh, wait. 1 second. Need to render the audio. Okay, let me try again.
The government has set out 5 tests that must be met before we begin to adjust social distancing measures. One of the most important tests is the rate of infection. We have to make sure this is decreasing. All viruses.
you know that weird noise because of it's not rendered the audio. So just give me a second. Okay, let me render it. Let me render the audio. You see that green line? Can you see a green line here?
Yeah.
So that means the audio is properly rendered. The blue line is not rendered. So when the timeline goes on top, it makes like that noise, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, let's see that.
Test that must be met before we begin to adjust social distancing measures. One of the most important tests is the rate of infection. We have to make sure this is decreasing. All viruses, like normal flu, have a rate of infection. Scientists call this R. R is the average number of people one infected person passes a virus onto. To beat coronavirus, we need to keep R as low as we... R is the average number of people one infected person passes a virus onto. To beat coronavirus, we need to keep R as low as we possibly can. Imagine 100 people are all infected. If R is more than 1, then those 100 people will infect more than 100 people, and in turn, they will infect even more. The virus is spreading quickly. If R is less than 1, those 100 people will infect fewer than 100 people, and in turn, they will infect even fewer. The rate of infection is slowing down and coming under control. Scientists around the world have been tracking the R of coronavirus since the start of the outbreak. In March, at its peak, R was around 3, which seems to be the natural rate.
I'm sorry.
R is the average number of people as low as we possibly can. Imagine 100 people are all infected. If R is more than 1, then those 100 people will infect more than 100 people, and
Sorry about this because it's see that how big is the file is. It just keep on.
Scientists around the world have been tracking the R of coronavirus since the start of the outbreak. In March, at its peak, R was around 3, which seems to be the natural rate for this virus. Since then, thanks to you and the social distancing measures you followed, we've been able to reduce R, and it is now below 1. But we've only just passed the peak of the virus, and it's vital R stays below 1. Over the coming weeks and months, the government will be monitoring R very carefully. It will be a key factor in how social distancing measures are used in the future.
Have you seen this video somewhere before?
Yeah, you showed us on the NHS. So I've seen it as well as I'm working for NHS. I saw it before as well.
Okay. Is anybody else seen this video on the internet?
No.
No? Right. So this is actually, let me show you where I found this. This is on, I will show you the original video, and actually, I actually recreated it. I actually reproduce it by myself and bring the audio. So if I go into this website, it's on Express, Daily Express, right? Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
This is the original video they did it, and then I actually, you can see the resemblance of the video. Let me show it again properly, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so, sorry, one sec. Come on. Internet is slow. Right. So this is the original video, and I actually analyze it. And I mean, still there are a few things to do on my video, but you can see exactly I did
One of the most important tests is the rate of infection. We have to make sure this is decreasing. All viruses, like normal flu, have a rate of infection. Scientists call this R. R is the average number of people one infected person passes a virus onto. To beat coronavirus, we need to keep R as low as we possibly can. Imagine 100 people are all infected. If R is more than 1, then those 100 people will infect more than 100 people, and in turn, they will infect even more. The virus will spread instantly. If R is less than 1, those 100 people will infect fewer than 100 people, and in turn, they will infect even fewer. The rate of infection is slowing down and coming under control. Scientists around the world have been tracking the R of coronavirus since the start of the outbreak. In March, at its peak, R was around 3, which seems to be the natural rate for this virus. Since then, thanks to you and the social distancing measures you followed, we've been able to reduce R, and it is now below 1. But we've only just passed the peak of the virus, and it's vital R stays below 1. Over the coming weeks and months, the government will be monitoring R very carefully. It will be a key factor in how social distancing measures are used in the future.
Okay, so that was the original video, right? So that was done somebody else. I don't know who done it. So then I actually, so this is my version of doing it. And
That's very nice and very good. Well done.
Thank you. There are a few things I need to do. There's some overlaps here. There are other stuff. Like if I go through the animation, I mean I will go through that a bit later. So it's just a simple mask and keyframe animations. So if I go here, so.
How did you do the animation? Actually, you put it in Illustrator and draw it on top of it, like with a pen tool?
No, I didn't use Illustrator. I actually use After Effects to pro all the graphics.
The whole time? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Everything done in After Effects. I didn't use Illustrator at all. Remember I mentioned to you, it's the drawing tools of Illustrator and After Effects is very similar. So you can actually draw exactly as in After Illustrator, drawing tool, only drawing tool in Illustrator. So you can see this is these are different compositions. For example, I'll show you different animation. So this is the rate of infections thing. So you got this mask coming up. That's the repeater. That's the one. So mask. We're gonna do mask more. Don't worry. This is a mask animation. And that's the R rate. That's the graph.
Like normal flu.
So in this graph, you can see, let me go to the graph. You can see if I go here and select all. So you can see these keyframes. Remember we went through the keyframes last week? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is all we have to practice last week.
Yeah, yeah. So
yeah, but so this is different compositions that we create, and then allowing these different compositions to make this video.
Exactly.
Okay, because I didn't see these tiny spots where you when you press position, for example, or rotation. It's not spots anymore. It's like lines go after another when you play the video. Probably these are different compositions. When you create different compositions, you play them in I mean, align them to play them after?
Yeah. So basically, if I go to final, this is my final composition, right? So
Yeah.
there are many compositions here, and the final is laid down. See that these are my
Yeah.
text. So the subtitles. These are my text, right? So if I kind of open this one, I can show you.
Mhm.
So this is where you lay down all your composition one by one.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
when the timeline plays, it plays all the compositions like that. See that here?
Yeah.
Yeah, in order, one after the other.
One after the other. So you might need to cut them in a certain area because it's based on your audio. So this is your audio.
Mhm.
That's your audio on the bottom, and then you need.
Oh, you downloaded the audio from somewhere, from torrent or from.
Yeah, actually, I downloaded from that website in a different way.
Okay.
Forward
Okay.
download because it wasn't a YouTube video to download. It is actually from their website, so you need to find another way to download that audio.
So you had to put the compositions within that time frame of the audio.
Yeah. So basically the audio is the most important thing on the video, right? So based on audio, it's all the images and the graphics and the title text going to be coming onto the screen. So the key fundamental factor is here is a guideline is the audio. So following the audio, first step I did was to put all this text according to the audio. So if I go here and then if I open this up, when I look at this, let me show you. I didn't even put graphics first. My first step is to put the audio and put this text in there. This text. This text in here, and then the panel. The blue shape layer is the panel, gray panel, like that. See that? Just the box, like that. Okay. And then this is my first task, to get the timing correct of the audio.
The government has set out 5 tests that must be met.
You know that weird noise makes because of the rendering issue, okay? So it's not a big deal.
Oh, okay, because it's a big file, so it's hard to be uploaded, isn't it?
Yeah. So like this.
Before we begin to adjust social distancing measures. One of the most important tests.
So first thing I did was to download the audio and try to, I wrote down every text it says. So you can actually see the video, original video. So I actually type all the text here. Let's say the text information. So I actually type all the text according to that audio. Yeah. So these are all my text information, which I need to animate according to the audio.
Oh, okay, and then you copy and pasted it
Exactly.
into a composition.
Exactly.
So okay.
Exactly.
But anyway, I think you probably should show us how to create from the very beginning to the very end one composition, composing text and video. I mean, text and audio, and how to create this from the very beginning to the very end. Because at the moment, it's very mixed up. Because I see the final project and a lot of compositions, and it's not clear for me.
Yeah.
I can
Well, there's
create
a lot
from
of work. That's a lot of work, I suppose.
Okay. I tell you what. Because if I jump and if I explain to you this project, you will get confused properly. So what we do is we're gonna take a different route. We're gonna take a different route and learning these techniques in a different way. So once you understand those techniques, and then when I show this, it will make everything sense to you. Now, if I show you this now, if I go here, and you will never get it, right? So there are certain techniques here. So most important techniques are the mask. We haven't done the mask. Did we do the mask?
No. Not with Illustrator.
No, now with After Effects.
After Effects. Did we do the mask? No?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do we know how to animate the text?
No.
You
Oh
only-
yeah, we've done some letters last time,
Yeah.
but we
What-
need some.
What did we do last week? What did we do last week? Remember?
We animated
just-
some forms, some circle, square,
Yeah.
and some letters.
You just introducing the basic, like creating a composition, and we have to move one object all across the workspace,
Yeah. Cool.
and work with the what was the with position, rotation, scale, and everything. We had to practice only with one object or more, and how to duplicate, and that's it.
Sure. Right. So what we'll do is we'll go and recap them and then we'll slowly getting into it. Now, if I go into here, my the week 1 plan. So introduction to interface, right? So and then importing footage, animation essentials, text animation, preset, export from After Effects. Okay. What we'll do is let me start explaining them, and then we'll see how we progress until the third week. So we got to.
Oh, Janaka, I just wanted to say something, please. I've sent you an email, I think 2 weeks ago, with some animation, some illustrations I have done. So one of them I want to animate. I tried a little bit work on it because there was about stress. I was just using sort of like a brush to go and erase the stress. But while doing it, I couldn't go on. I mean, I didn't know how to make the paint to get bigger and bigger, or like to show just gradually. That's why I was asking you last week about how can you actually write the text gradually as well as going back gradually.
The best thing to do is book me a one-to-one session.
Okay, yeah.
And then,
but I'm working Wednesday to Friday, so
Wednesday to Friday.
I don't know when we can do it.
Are you available like Thursday? What time you finish work Thursday?
I finish 5:30.
Okay, we'll be. Can we do like 6:30?
Yeah, that's completely fine. Will that be this Thursday?
Thursday, yeah. We'll do 6:30 on Thursday. Can you send me an email, please?
Okay, yeah, I will do indeed.
So,
yeah, thank you.
In that case, I can help you on that, but we can do that. So.
Okay, thank you. Yes, sure. Thank you.
Cool. Right. So again, right. So let me before I start my lesson, I just want to. There was another person who sent me an email because I didn't reply yet because I was so busy with some stuff. Right. Who? Madalena, who's this?
Yeah, it's me. I just wasn't sure about task 1, but I kind of figured it out right now.
Okay, so this is good. This is what this is it's really
What
good.
you're looking for, like something like that.
Yeah. So
Okay.
this is nice. I like the imagery, and you go in the right direction. And so let me know if you got any questions, and in terms of the animation you want to do. Yeah. And
Yeah. Okay.
let me know, and then we can. I mean, if you want, you can actually book one-to-one session as well if you want. Like if you have further questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. So okay, guys, let's focus on this. Let me go back to. Let's start again. Let's recap it. Okay. So let me open. I'm gonna close this. Completely destroy this. And I'm going to start After Effects again. So what my most intention for this first term is to feed the knowledge as much as I can, the basic knowledge of animation, okay, in After Effects, to build the confidence. When you build the confidence, you can do any project. You can do any project you like. So the most important thing is you need to learn the tool first, and to operate and to get that knowledge of basic things. And then once you've done that, you can actually, whenever you see an animation on the internet or on a news site or something, and you can clearly say, okay, this is done in After Effects, this is done in Revit, this is done in 3D, and etc. etc. Okay, so let's get that knowledge. Okay, so let me open up After Effects. I'm recording this video anyway. So. Right, so this is the this is when you open, you will see this, right? So everybody can see it, yeah?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is my opening screen. Okay, these are the previous projects, right? New composition and composition 1, and you can change the composition settings, change background color, whatever you hear, and you can actually change the thing, but I normally work with HDTV 1080. But these are, I never use them, NTSC PAL, this stuff. Okay, don't worry about that. 24 frames per second is fine. You can actually change the duration here, or you can actually change the duration, right click here as well, okay? Right, now this is the first opening scene, and I'm gonna save this project. Let me put that into like a test folder or something, test folder. Okay, so name your file, explainer video, explainer video. Okay, and so that's that. Now, you can create compositions here. See that icon? You can create many compositions here. You can actually create compositions this way as well. So how many compositions I have here?
4.
4, okay. Right. Now, my first composition, I'm going to change the color. I think we did this one last week, but I'm going to show you again, no problem. A lot of people slightly get confused with this putting everything together as in composition, but this knowledge is very important. Now, yes, clearly you can see there are 4 colors in it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So first composition, I am going to do a very simple animation. That's my box. So what is that? That icon represent?
Anchor
Pencil.
point.
Huh?
Pencil.
This is
No,
anchor
no.
point. Anchor point.
Yes, good. Yeah, so look, this, I'm going to ask you questions, but you need to answer me back, then you will remember this term, right? So what is anchor point is for?
To manipulate the position of the
Exactly.
rotation as well.
Exactly. So how do you, if I want to, at the moment, whenever you create anything, it's going to put the anchor point in the center of the screen, right? See that? This one.
Yeah.
So how do you change the anchor point to wherever you want? Which tool you use?
You use the arrow. No. Stop. 1 second.
The previous one. That one.
This
That
one?
Yes.
Good. So if you click here, you can actually center it, Or if you want here, you can actually move wherever you want. So if you move here, it's going to rotate along there. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we can do that.
center, it's going to center. It's going to
Oh yeah, the arrow is moving the whole thing up. Oh, down. So okay.
Now, if I wanted to, let's say this is in the beginning, right? Now there's a tool here. You don't have to, like, for example, if I wanted to put this in a very center, I don't have to do it manually. You can do it here. You go to layer, layer, transform. Is everybody watching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Center anchor point in the layer content.
Okay.
Look, you see what I did? My anchor point is here. For example, my anchor point is here, right?
Can you show us again layer?
Yeah. So my anchor point is here, right? See that? So
Yeah.
select layer, transform,
Okay.
center anchor point in the layer content. It's gonna put automatically in the right center of the screen. Okay.
So if you can do it manually as well. You can do it by clicking the
yes.
So, rectangular thing up there. But if you want to make sure
you can
it
change
is
the anchor
exactly
point.
in the center.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can change the anchor point manually. You can change the anchor point in this manner as well. Are you guys, apart from the group 2, is it group 2? Go close the door. Close the door. I'm close the door. Don't be shy. Please ask me questions, right? So don't be shy. I'm here. You can ask me.
Okay, I have a question. It's me, Eva. If we create another object next to this one, for example, another square or just a circle, do we have just one anchor point? If we just want to move separately one object from another, do we have only one anchor point?
No, you will have 2 anchor points. So for example, look, I am gonna create this. Now, it's a good question you asked. Now, for example, look, now if I wanted, let's say, I wanted to put an ellipse tool.
Yeah,
Okay.
because my objects are moving at the same time, because they just move together. If I
Right. Good.
Yeah.
Right. You know what happened now? When in that situation, when you create the second object, you must have selected the layer like this. Look. Now, when you select the layer and you're gonna go into, let's say I'm gonna put a circle there, ellipse there. So look, this is gonna happen. It's gonna actually add 2 second layer inside the first layer. See that? Ellipse and rectangle.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Oh, it has to be selected because it happened the same thing with mine.
Exactly. It has to be deselected before. If you want to have a separate one, you shouldn't be clicking it. You click off, and you go to create the second.
Oh, and then we'll be in the same, actually in one single layer, both of them. Otherwise, if you click on it, it will create automatically a second layer.
So this is a circle. See a circle. CIRCLE circle, and this is my box. Okay. Box. So on the box, I have my anchor point in center. Circle, my anchor point is not center. So you can do manually. You can do here transform center. It's then now the most anchor point are in center.
Okay. So each shape has an anchor point, or is just one anchor point for both of the forms?
No, each shape has an own anchor point.
Just one anchor point, yeah?
Yeah, each shape has an own anchor point. For example, let me create another one. So look, I'm not selecting any of these. I'm going to create another star, shape like a star. Soon as I click and draw, you can see the anchor point put in the center of the screen. My anchor point in center of the screen. So if I go here, put my title action set, that is my center of the screen. See that?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me draw somewhere and see that the anchor point is on the center of my screen.
Mm-hmm.
And I got 3 objects, and I need to put this in the center of my anchor point. Need to be centered to this layer, transform, center anchor point. Boom. So I got, this is the star. Yeah. So now tell me, how do I change the color of these shapes?
Color.
You click on the shape and you press fill, and
Good.
then you change the color.
Click on the shape and press fill, change the color. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Right. Now let's do some animation. Okay. So now I want to animate this coming from off screen first and coming to the center. Off screen, coming into the center, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we are talking about keyframes now, right? So we know how to create objects, we know how to change the color, etc., right?
Yeah.
So off screen. So if I go into here, transform. So if I wanted to move the position of the screen, what should I be selecting? What
Position.
Perfect. That's self-explanatory. So move the position of second keyframe. Move in. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if I wanted to, let's say if I wanted to have, let's say, okay, now, right. Oh, my animation is slow. How do I speed the animation up?
You just move the diamond, the blue diamond. It's there. That's that one. Yeah.
To the right. To the left or to the right? To move to the left. Perfect. Okay. How do I zoom into my timeline? How do I zoom in? Which
You scroll on the top, left and right, to zoom it. There. Not. Yeah. There.
Okay. Now, when you zoom in, you can actually still see there are so many frames there. So I'm gonna move my timeline. So let me see. Okay. Right. Okay. Now, if I wanted to add rotation, what should I be animating?
You should click rotation, and then you can animate the rotation of it. But clicking for the star,
Yeah.
and then rotation, yeah.
And then this rotation here. And if I wanted to animate 10 times circling, which should be
the first one?
First
The first 0, that will be 10.
Okay.
And
The other one is
that will be the angle.
Angle, maybe 45 angle. Okay, let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I wanted to scale it down, like a sun is coming like this, what should I be animating?
The scale.
Scale, okay. Scale, 0 scale, 200.
Okay, I tried to do that, and it didn't work for me to put a scale from which point to the other point. Can you show me again how you do it?
Yeah, the same way. So the scale has got the keyframe.
Yeah.
So scale is like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other one is 100.
Oh, okay. You have actually to click the other one and then to change the.
So every animation has got two or more keyframes. Only one keyframe animation. There is no animation. Right now that's that. Right now, let's say this is my animation. This is my star coming in. Okay, to the scene. Now let's say if I want to, when the star comes here, then I need the box to come from the left. Yeah. So when
Yeah, you create a new keyframe for the box.
Yes, exactly. So see the box. So if I go to box, transform, position, I'm not gonna create here because if you create the keyframe here, is everything coming in the same time. So this is like after the star coming onto the scene, then only your box will appear. So I'm gonna set the off screen again to this one. Okay. And let's say if my box is a bit slower, I can speed it up. Now, if I wanted to have it the same time, but I should be creating all my keyframes in the beginning of the screen, like this. Look at this now. Same time.
You actually move the keyframe.
Yes. I just
Okay.
moved the keyframe because keyframes are already there. Okay. Now in this scenario, I'm gonna move back again. And again, I'm gonna go to scale, reduce the scale, and then go back to here, put the 100 back in, scale 100, and then rotation, create the rotation here.
One second, let me just. Huh? Yeah.
5.
One second, let me just. Yeah.
And what about opacity? Opacity is 0 to 100.
No. No. No one understands it, Bob.
So I think you guys have the microphone on, and
Huh?
we can hear you.
Oh, fuck's sake, man.
Okay.
Guys, what's the problem? What's the problem?
He's on the phone.
I think
listening
someone
to
has
it.
the
Oh, one
microphone
sec.
on and it's on the phone, so it's
Can you
Oh,
just
no. It's because I'm on my phone. Oh, hold on. Oh, 1 second.
Are you on the phone? Who's this?
I don't know. I think someone called Imak.
I think it's a manifest.
Okay. I muted it. Okay, right, good. Right. So this is the first scene and the second one, and again the circle transform. So let's say when the star comes, the box comes, then after only the circle comes in. Okay, the circle position, I'm going to move the position here, and then move the position back in, the circle back in. You can see that, and then again scale 0 to 100.
Yeah. So you have to move the keyframe, and then you can. I mean, you for the first instance, you put 0 the beginning of it, and then you move that keyframe, and then you can scale it up to whatever size.
Yes.
Okay.
So the second action is you need to change. You need to do your scaling or the proportion or changing the position first, and then obviously the key
At the end.
Yeah, and the key.
Okay. So because I tried to do it and it didn't work for me, so I wasn't doing that anyway.
All right. So this is basically about the keyframes. Basically, this is how you add animation into the scene by certain step. Now, if I wanted to crop it like this, these are empty space here. Can you see this?
Yeah.
So if I wanted to crop it, I can actually scale up, and then you can actually crop that, and then you can only place up to here. You don't have to wait for the whole thing to move. So like that.
What's the maximum length you can play?
And there is no maximum length.
There's no maximum length. So okay, you can add up as many keyframes as you like.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so right now, what we covered is so far out. We know how to add keyframes. Yes, we know how to do the animation of rotation. We know how to change the key anchor points, transparent value, all that stuff. Okay, so which composition I did all this animation?
Can you say that again?
Which composition?
Yeah.
Is it composition 1? Is it composition 2? Or is it composition 3? Is it composition 4?
That's composition 4, I think.
No.
I didn't understand the question.
No.
I didn't see whoever you clicked.
How many composition in my screen? How many composition in my screen?
You have
3
4.
compositions now.
4.
3.
Yes. No, 4.
4
Open
compositions.
3.
I have 4 composition in the After
You've
Effects,
got-
right? Right?
Yeah, you've got 4, but there are open just 3 here.
No, 4 is open.
Yeah.
No, they're 4 open. You worked on only single one.
Yeah.
With
Now my
3 different
question
objects, and I
my-
think you worked in one. I wasn't
Alright.
sure exactly where you clicked.
Okay,
I think
okay.
the red one was the first one you created,
Okay,
actually.
listen to my question again. Now, I animate these four objects, yeah?
3
Yes?
objects.
3
You've got
objects.
3 objects.
Sorry,
Yeah.
3 objects, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which composition I did that? Is that
In composition number 1.
perfect? Perfect. Can you see that it's open, right? If I go to composition number 2, 3, 4, is nothing there.
Oh, yeah. Now
Okay.
I see.
Composition 1,
Yeah, composition 1.
all this animation is there. Composition 2 is nothing there, nothing there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I come to composition 2 again. So let's do text animation. Okay, so you know about you know how to add text like with the text tool, and then you can actually animate all the position value, the same thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right, now if I go here, this one, okay. Right, let's keep it that simple. Okay, let me just make it fast actually. So let's do it like this. Okay, now composition number 3. Right, now composition number 3, I'm going to show you how to create graphics in Illustrator form. Now you remember that the man I had this like a red and a blue man in that previous video. So that's the head of the man, and then I'm going to put that into the center of the screen. Okay, and then same tool set applies here, and you can actually change the this. Now, if you want to align this, you can actually put the rulers, show rulers, put some rulers here.
Can you show me again which tool did you use for the body?
Which what?
Which tool did you use for
Pen
the body to create it?
Pen tool.
Oh, the pencil. Okay.
Yeah, I just draw the pen tool. Pen tool. I create the body. Right. So this is that. Now let's say, let me actually change the color to a different, like a proper different color. You can actually see. Now you can actually use the eyedropper tool. You remember eyedropper tool? Eyedropper?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So same. Now I want this animation to come from left to the center, right? So you can see this is my head. This is not my head, that's head. Okay, the body, head and body. There's two layers, head and the body, right? So
Yes.
see that there are two separate layers. Now, if I wanted to link this head to the body, I'm using something called parenting, parent-child relationship, right? The parent is, in this scenario, I'm going to animate the body. The child is the head. So I'm going to actually look at this. The head, I'm going to use this one. Can you see that link? To the body. Link to the body. So when I move the body, the head moves. Do you understand that?
No.
No.
Good. That's good. I was expecting not to understand. That's good.
Can you
Good.
show me again how you've done it, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Now, up to this level, you understand how to create that, right? With the pen tool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go two layers, head and the body. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the head is on the top and the body is at the bottom. So I want to link this head to the body. Then I want to animate the whole figure coming from the left to right.
But without doing that, you could have done them on the same layer. So it would have been, if it would have been the same layer, you could have manipulated them together at once. But because they are on a separate layer, you have to
Can you
link
show
them.
him? Yes, you can do that. But this principle applies when the parenting principle will going to be applying when you are doing character animation. So character animation has got a lot of stuff.
Yes, yeah, we understand that if they have to move the hand or the head, so you can manipulate them separate.
Yeah, but you can do that, and also learning this parenting technique is very, very helpful in the future, and it makes your life very easier to do character animation. Okay.
Yeah, can you show me how you link them once again, please?
Yeah, so the body, there are two ways to do it. So you can actually use this called pick whip, that like a spiral icon. See that? Click and link it.
Oh, I didn't see that before. Okay, I did it to zoom now, so I can see.
If not, you can actually go with this. You can actually select it to the link it to the drop down box.
Okay.
And then you can actually animate it. So moving to the left, you are animating only the body. See that? Not the head. The head is now linked to the body, right? The position. Moving to the body. Yeah.
You actually always have to select the object you want to move and then to create the keyframe first and then to manipulate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Because if you don't create the keyframe, it doesn't record the movement.
no. Now, for example, I show you. Now, how many keyframes I have here? 2.
Only one, the position.
No, how many keyframes?
One keyframe.
No, 2.
Oh.
Keyframe 1, 2. Keyframe.
Oh, the beginning and the end of the action.
Yeah,
Yes.
2
Yeah.
keyframes. Now,
Okay.
if I want to look, this, if I wanted to move this to this side, so drag it, and it's automatically create the keyframe for auto key. Everywhere you move, the keyframes will automatically generate for you. Right? Now, if you are, let's imagine this is the first one you're doing, so there is no keyframes. See that there, the character has got no keyframes. So you need to create your first keyframe manually, and then after After Effects does the keyframe for you automatically.
Oh, you have to do the first bit, and after that, if you want to do any further movements, you can
don't
just
have to
manipulate the
manually,
object.
automatically creates it for you.
Okay.
Understand?
Yep.
Okay. Please ask me questions. Please ask me questions. I'm here to help you. This is very important.
How are you, Janaka?
I'm good.
Good. That was the question, so I don't have.
So ask me questions, please. People who are quiet, I'm not sure. I cannot read your mind. Please ask me questions. Okay. So it's very important to understand these techniques now.
For example,
yeah.
Underneath there, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points, yeah?
Yes.
But the finishing line is the fourth one. Why?
Finishing line?
I don't know the term, the correct term for that one. Yeah, the one that moves. Yeah, the line. The vertical line. That one that you are moving now.
This one?
No, underneath.
Yeah.
This one, yeah. You know what I mean?
No.
This line that you are moving now.
This has got like, so this line is like a playhead on your camera. You know, it's like a, this is one you're gonna be, right. So
that one.
blue line is the keyframe. Is the red
keyframe, okay.
Yeah, red one is the animation, the playing animation. See that? I know what you mean. I know what you mean. This line is selecting the frames. That's your line. And then when you press play, you can see the red line. Red line is actually playing animation. Yeah?
Okay. Okay, so this one, the red one plays, and the other one is just for...
It doesn't stay, it doesn't go.
Oh, it doesn't, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. If you want to, like, for example, if you want to, let's say, I want to manipulate this key. So I actually come here, maybe I can see where it is. You can actually move, right? If you want to, you can actually move around here, but it stays there. That the head time head. So
I'm a bit confused with those points. You can move them by their own, is it?
Yeah, these are you can actually create move them by own points. These are keyframes for this animation. So these represent that.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
The points you've got on the screen, yeah?
Yeah. So right, so you got the last one, or maybe we're gonna put something like here. Okay. And this one. the static. So we go, first animation is this, the second one is this, third one is this, fourth one, there is no animation, just slash slow, static.
Okay.
And then there are 4 animations here. Now, how do I put everything together? How do I put everything together as a one video?
So you have to create the main one. You have to create the main composition.
Main, yeah.
And then you drag them. You drag them on the top of it.
Perfect. So look, that's my main. It's kind of white color, okay? And then I'm gonna drag this one, the first one. Yeah.
So it changes the background automatically with the one you selected for the main one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, yeah, so if you want to have a specific background, let's say the background, if you want to have a red background, yeah, the background doesn't come. So you need to create a solid color of that red.
So the background colors won't be kept.
No, won't be kept. You need to create like this two backgrounds. So if I come to my main, then my background is there. See that background? So the first background, I put the background color as a solid layer on the bottom of the screen. Then if I go to
but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be the first one, as is the background. Otherwise, we'll cover up the whatever you placed in it.
Yeah, yeah. So
it has to be. It has to be the last one, not the first one, as it's usually with Illustrator. And if you want to put a solid color at the end of it, actually covers up everything you've done, so it's not visible anymore.
Exactly. Now, in this case, if you want to have different background, different composition, that's what I meant. So if you want to have different composition and a different background, you need to put a solid color on the bottom of the screen to represent that, right? Okay. Now, in this scenario, if you don't want the background, so you go back and then delete the background. Say this background. So let's say this main video is my white background. So if you want to have another background on the consistent background, like a solid color throughout the whole video, you can actually change here. You can put it here, and then you need to put the second composition on top. Second one, okay, and the third one, and the fourth one. So there
actually he plays from the bottom to the top, not the other way around as is normal. Because if you place the background first and then composition 1, composition 2, and composition 3 from the bottom to the top, so it will play this way, not from the fourth to the background. Do you know what I mean?
No.
So I look here at the top, the bottom left of the screen, when you have the composition 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the deep blue solid 1. Okay.
Yeah.
And actually the video will play the other way around, not from the top to the bottom. It will play from the bottom to the top.
Yes, bottom to the top. Yeah.
Okay.
So
it's
now
the other way around.
Look, at the moment it's all on stack of each other, right? So it's all playing at the same time. We didn't actually offset it. You understand that? So when you put all this into one, it's all stacked on each top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. And then you need to move to show the relevance. So for example, this one, and
you actually have to specify how long you want to play each of them.
You need to specify how long you want to do then, and then you need to cut the certain area. So basically you need to go and split the layer. So you need to go and split the layer. For example, this one around here to show split the layer. Split the layer means you're cutting, you don't need to see them. So for example here, edit split layer. And then the last one is there, and you can actually crop it this way.
I don't understand the term split layer.
So 1 second.
Can you explain this?
Yeah. So look, I put all this put together, right? So when you put together, it's the layers are like this. On top of each other. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you need to say the first composition is this one. Yeah. And then I need to show the post composition here up to here, and I need to crop that layer, because when you finish that and the second will come, second animation will come. Third one. So the first one, second one, third one. Don't worry, don't try. We're going to be doing more and more. Don't stress yourself. This I want you to show you this, but we're going to do more and more in the future. So this is that. So this way you can actually put everything together. You have one main composition. You got other main small composition coming in together. So like this. And yeah, so then you will put the audio on the bottom, and then you can do the animation.
How can you put audio on the bottom? Is the red line the audio?
You can actually import the audio file. Import. You can actually import the audio this way. You can actually import the audio this way. Okay, so we'll do that a bit later. Right. Shall we have a break now?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Guys, can you please let me? The others are, I don't know. I mean, quiet. I hope you understand. And people who the other group which I haven't not known. And if you have any questions, please ask me. And hello.
Yeah, I think as long as you can make some videos for us, we will be able to do it.
Okay, no problem.
Because obviously everyone is at different paces.
Yeah.
And
I understand. Yeah.
As long as you do everything, yeah, or small little videos.
Yeah, because I will do that. It's just 5-10 minutes videos. Otherwise, it's too long to do it. Yeah, no worries. I will do that. Right, shall we have a break now? And then when we come back from break, what we're going to do is, I want you to, please, you need to practice this. That's why I'm going this space. So we're going to be, the most important thing to understand is to be able to understand how to create keyframes. Creating keyframes and moving stuff around on the After Effects. Doing basic animation. It could be a simple box, could be a simple circle, anything to move around, and then understanding the rotation value, how to change the rotation, how to rotate certain things, how to change the transparency value, how to add the positions. Yeah, don't worry about this putting everything together and stuff, cropping and chopping and stuff yet. These are much more advanced level stuff. But I just want to show you. But don't worry about this one yet to put it together. But I want you to understand, get your head around with the compositions. What are the compositions are? So compositions are like every single animation. You need to focus on different composition. So when we come back from break, I'm going to show you. I'm going to share the other videos, my other classes, my other HNC, HND classes, what they are progress through. They are doing sort of very advanced animation. I'm going to go through some of the videos which they are working on, which is this happened last week. So last week they are meant to submit in second week of July. At the moment they are doing fine tuning. I'm giving them feedback. So can we move this? Can we change this? Can we this that? You know, it's kind of like a direction bit to it. I will show you some of the stuff that they're working on, and then you will be able to understand it. But I want you to practice it. I want you to practice it, and I will you need to show me back the stuff I am doing, and email it to me, and then I will know you guys understand this very well. Yeah, that's very, very, very important before we move into much more advanced stuff. So when we come back from break, I'm gonna focus on mask. Mask is very important. You probably see on my previous video, there was like color change of a red man to blue man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? That's all mask, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll focus on that stuff. So let's have a break now. Let's come back around 11:45. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll send you an invitation in a minute. 11:45, okay?